Hello everyone, and welcome back to the third episode on this survival Minecraft server. And on this episode, we are going to be working on our house. Because, as you've been seeing in the last few episodes, our house is a literal hole in the ground just a little bit that way. And, that's not working out so well anymore, because we are starting to get more and more items, and we need more and more chests, and we just don't have the... Huh. Cows aren't supposed to do that. Anyways, yeah, we are getting more and more items, and we need more chests to put them in, and we just do not have space for more chests. So what we are going to do at the start of this is go to that spruce forest and a dark oak forest that's over there, and we are going to be gathering a bunch of wood. So that's what I'm going to start off doing, and I will come back to you guys when I have more resources. Okay, guys, as you can see from this chest right here, we have done a ton of resource gathering. This is about 2 hours work. I got a lot of dark oak wood because we're going to be using that for a lot of the frame, a lot of spruce wood, and I actually got a little bit of birch too, just because I might be using that for the floor, I think, so I'm excited for that, and then just all the saplings from that and a few apples. So, with that being said, I guess it is time to get started, and as most houses should start being built, we are going to start with the frame. And this is the area I chose for the house. The cow farm is right there, sugar canes all over there, and then my actual current house is just right back there. But we want to build the house over here because A, we'll have a beautiful view of the taiga behind us, and B, this is just a very open, flat space that is perfect for building a gigantic house. So, that is what I think we're going to do. I actually might back our workspace area up just a little bit because I think I want to start closer up there. Oh, that's going to be a pain. Yeah, I'm going to do that really quickly, and then we will get back and work on the frame. Alright, I am back, and I went ahead and used a water bucket too, just to clear out most of the grass that was in this area, because that's kind of a pain to work with as far as building houses goes. So now we can really get started on the frame. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a narrow entrance into a very, very big house. So we're gonna start with the frame here, and I'm trying to kind of guesstimate. I'm going to be making this up as I go, so we will see how this starts to turn out. Why do I want that? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the frame is going to be 1 block out from the rest of the walls, just to kind of give this build a little bit of depth, make it look a bit more interesting to look at. And we'll put another pillar here, and then one across, so right about here. That looks like it might be a bit too short, but actually I'm sure that'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be okay. So now we're going to go out quite a bit of distance here, and I don't want this house to look too plain. I don't want it to look like it's like totally symmetrical, everything's the same, all that. I don't want it to look like that. I want it to be interesting to look at. I just want to be able to enjoy looking at this. So we're going to bring this out a lot on this side. And let's see, how many blocks is this? I didn't count how many blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's do 16. Yeah, let's do 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. And some of these pillars are going to be taken up a bit more than 4. It's just that for now, 4 is a very good number to start with, I figure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's see. Okay, good. We're still away from the swamp, which is good. And now we're going to bring that back a very large amount, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's do 21, 22. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will do the same on the other side as I get over there. Oh no, how many blocks back did I go? It was 22, right? Yeah, it was totally 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So there's that. And that is the very basic part of the frame completed. I'm not sure entirely what else I want to do with it. I think I want to have a kind of canopy thing over there where there's no real roof to it. You just kind of walk out on top to it, and that'd be cool. I'm excited to make that, and then everything else will probably be an indoor sort of thing. There'll definitely be 2 floors to this house because this thing is gigantic. I want it to be really tall in the back especially. So I'm probably going to keep building this up and try and finish the frame, and I will get back to you guys in just a second. The frame is now completed just about, an hour later, but yeah, I kept building it and taking it down and trying again and building it and taking it down and trying again, but I think I've finally got the shape that I'm happy with because I think the roof is going to give it a lot more of a dynamic. I might actually have to thin it out as I go up because a roof for this would look really flat, I think, and it would look really wide because the dimensions aren't that great. I kind of built this at really hard to work with dimensions for a roof, but I will be sure to get it done, and I think it will look great by the time that we are done building it. So that is what I'm hoping for, and now I guess it's time to start putting in the walls. Oh, and by the way, almost perfect on the dark wood. I actually think I still have quite a bit in this chest. Yeah, I was fine. I was fine. I was very fine. Jeez, I went overboard. Alright, now let's grab our spruce, and let's turn this into spruce. Oh, I threw some logs out, apparently. Let's turn this into spruce planks. And let's see what we can do here. So we'll want to build this up to the pillar on each one, which is kind of a pain because 4 blocks is just 1 block too tall. Oh, sorry, that's my phone. 4 blocks is just 1 block too tall to really be able to place in perfectly. Like, for example, if I go up like this. Oh, what am I thinking? Right. No, 2 blocks is the right length, because then if you go up like this, you can just kind of do this without having to hop down to place more blocks. So it's going to be a bit of a pain, but we can do it step by step, so it should be fine. Oh, I did not leave room for a door there. I'll have to go back and do that. So let's go up like that, place some more, and then let's see, how do we want the door to look? No, this is looking a little bit darker than I wanted it to. I wonder if instead of spruce as the wall, we use birch instead, and then use spruce as the roof and floor. We could do that. We could try that. I'm gonna keep putting in this wall first, and then just see if I like it by the time I'm done putting in for just this little intro section. So let's do that, and then we can hop down here. I don't know. I feel like spruce would work fine. It's still a little bit darker than I thought it would be. And birch is probably just too much of a contrast. Yeah, this should be fine. This should be fine. That'll be fine. Yeah, so I'm going to keep building up the walls then. And since this is, I'm sorry, this is going to be kind of like a status update video over and over again, since there's just so much kind of the same monotonous work happening over and over again. So that's a little unfortunate, but I will get back to you guys when I have these walls built up as best that I can. A bit of a progress update for you all. All of the walls are now in place, and what is left is the floors, or are rather the floors and the roof. And the roof is going to be a real challenge, so I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the floor, which is going to be birchwood. Well, not birchwood, but birch slabs, birch planks, all of that, because I think that the white is going to contrast really well with the darker building, especially, but only on the inside. I mean, that's why I didn't use it for the walls entirely, because that would be so much like bright white that you're staring at all the time as you're looking at this building. So yeah, I think I'm going to use it for the floor instead, and if I want to be really cheap, what I can actually do, I don't need to be cheap, never mind. I was saying that what we could do is actually use birch slabs instead of birch planks, as technically that would be more blocks instead of using the full planks. The slabs, you get 2 more, I think. when you craft slabs out of planks, you get 2 extra planks, or 2 extra slabs rather, than you would have had if you had kept the planks. So I'm going to clear out this lower level here and then put the floor in, and I will get back to you. Another little progress update for you guys. The first floor is now in, so I'm going to chuck in a lot of torches down here and start work on the second floor. And after that, we will start on the roof, which will be even more of a time-consuming task. I cannot tell you guys how long this has taken so far. Like, getting all the resources itself was just such a grind, but it's taken a lot of time to get all this in place, but it's really starting to look great, and I'm really excited to see what we are able to do on the inside as well as with the roof, because as much as I complain about it, they do look pretty cool if you are able to do them well, which unfortunately most of the time I can't do them that great, but we're going to try. So I'm going to chuck in these torches, and then I will be back in just a little bit. Both floors are now entirely in place except for that block, because that was my one way of getting down. So both floors are now in place. It's looking a little, I guess gloomy is the right word inside right now. I'm still not entirely sure how I want to light this place up, but I'm hoping for it to look a little bit brighter than this. But now it's time for everyone's favorite part, which is the roof. And I really don't know what I want to do with this. I don't even know if I want to use dark oak wood or spruce for the roof. I feel like dark... I don't really like the idea of having the walls and the roof be the same color, but I'm wondering if dark is just too dark. So let's check that out for a second. I actually ran out of birch. I had to go get more birch, so we have no extra birch. That was all of our birch. So let's see. Let's get this, and let's do some of that and that. So let's see this. Okay, so assuming we wanted to go with the dark oak, we'd probably do something like that, and then I need scaffolding. I have 6 dirt. That's not going to be enough. Let's get a little bit more. And then let's switch that out for that, just while we mess around for a second. Let's get some slabs first, actually, before we go up there. So let's do that, that. Okay. So let's go up 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm a little farther out than I wanted to be, but let's see if we can make this cool. Okay. So now what we'll do is we'll do that, and then that. Oh, come on. That. And then from here, what do we want to do? What do we want to do from here? We can start taking it up like slab by slab to kind of slow it down a bit, but I'm wondering if that would be too slow. I'm actually wondering if this is already too fast, because I don't want the roof to go up too high, since this is kind of a very long and wide but not very tall build. Yeah, I'm actually going to do some slabs first to start and see how we like that. So let's get some slabs in here, and that, and we can take it up like that. And from there, it'd just kind of be a repeating upwards pattern. So we would have that be that, and get rid of that one, and then, oh, well, I hate placing slab ceilings just because if you have 2 slabs of the same block and you put them together on the floor that would make it a block, then they just turn into the full block, and it's not fun. It's not fun for anyone because it takes forever to build these, but it's looking like it might be the roof I prefer. I'm still wondering if that'll be too slow. Let's just keep trying it for a bit, and oh, that's gonna turn into yep. Man, this is gonna be a total pain. I'm gonna build this off camera, and then we'll come back to look at it together in just a second when I'm done. Alright, the roof, the test roof at least, is now in place, and I turned up my contrast and my brightness just because I want to really be able to see how well those colors work together. And I honestly also want to see if I should have my contrast up for all Minecraft videos, because it's looking a little better just kind of looking out here. But let's turn around and take a look at this, and that's not bad. That's not bad. I have definitely done worse, and I have definitely seen worse. I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that it's dark oak, though. I think I like it. But I have been working on this. Oh, come on now. Now of all times. We're just going to go inside. Oh yeah, I forgot I haven't done the roof thing. I just think I might have been working on this for so long that I'm starting to, like, not be able to think about it anymore. So, yeah, I think I'm going to take a break. I think I'm going to... Oh, God. There's a lot of thunder out there. I think I am going to do a quick mining session, see what I can get, and come back to this and see what I think. So I will be right back after that. Okay, after a 30-minute mining session, I am back to looking at this house, and I am still a little conflicted. I think it looks great. I really do think it looks great. As I was coming up from my little hole there, I saw it in the distance, and I thought it looked absolutely fantastic. But I feel like there might be another color that can work better. Granted, this is Minecraft. Nothing is permanent. We can switch it out later. It might be a bit of work, but it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish this roof off in dark oak, and we'll take a look at it when it's done. And worst comes to worst, we keep that roof for a few episodes if we don't like it and change it later. Or, what do you know, we might like it. So I'm going to get to work on that, and I might do some of it on camera, but for now I'm going to do it off camera. So I will be back in just a little bit. Quite a bit of time has passed since the last clip, and as you can see, I've done a big part of the roof here, and I've laid out the top part of the roof for the rest of the house. And I really like the roof that we have over here, but it took forever for me to figure out that exact design of what I wanted to do with it. As you can see, it's lumpy, it's textured is how I like to call it, but it's lumpy in simpler terms. But I love it. I think it makes it look a lot more interesting, and I really like it. So that's probably the design we'll go with the rest of the house. And as you can see, the roof kind of comes out further over here, and we're using some stone bricks to line it. I'm not sure if I feel like we need stone brick blocks underneath all those stairs to kind of connect them, but for right now, I think that's great, and I'm really happy with what we have. So I think we're going to continue that sort of design along the rest of the house, and yeah, I think I'm going to do that on camera and talk to you guys a bit while I do, so let's just stack up here. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is video games, and specifically getting angry in video games, because personally I have a lot of issues with that. I tend to get very frustrated if a game is constantly not going the way I want it to, and I get mad. I really do, and it's not fair to the people I'm playing with, and it's not fair to myself, because I shouldn't be doing that. That's not good for your mental state. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about is how to kind of control your anger, and how to not let it get to you when a game isn't going your way. So first I'm going to start this off with a bit of a story. I play Super Smash Bros. Melee at a competitive level because I really enjoy the game. I think there's a lot that goes into it, and I just love it. It's really fun to play. But the other night I was playing with my group of friends who play Melee competitively, and I was just making mistake after mistake, and I just felt like I wasn't going to be good enough. I felt like I was never really going to be good enough for that game, and that wasn't really fair of me to think, because I've been playing for much less time than anyone else in that group, so it wasn't really fair for me to just decide that I was never going to be nearly as good as them. So yeah, I was just making all of those mistakes over and over again, and eventually I got so frustrated that I just threw my controller on the ground. I just threw it on the ground. I didn't know why at first. I just wanted it out of my hands. I didn't want to feel that controller. I did not want to look at it because it made me mad. And I took a second. Oh, how'd that happen? I took a second, and I just kind of breathed, and I got back into the game. Picked up my controller, saw that it wasn't broken, and just continued to play. And I should have stopped then. If you ever get to the point where you feel like you want to throw your controller, that is when you need to just stop. You need to stop, you need to think to yourself, what went wrong there, what can I change to make it so that this doesn't go wrong in the future, and just why is this happening. So, sorry, for a second, I think I'm just gonna put planks all along here and then go back and texture it later, because that might be easier, or maybe not. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that, but anyways, so that happened. I threw my controller, I picked it back up, and I started playing again. But I kept making those same mistakes, and even more so, because at this point I was very mad. I was angry, and I was trying so hard to do better that I lost my focus, and I started messing up other things, and I just started not enjoying the game. And at the end of the game, I threw my controller again. And I picked it up, I saw that it wasn't broken, and I played again. But the same thing happened. I would pick up my controller, see that it's not broken, and throw it again. And throw it again, and again, and again, and every time I would pick it up, see if it was broken, and if it wasn't, I would keep playing. And that's when I finally figured out why I was throwing my controller. Yes, it was because of why I was angry. Yes, it was because holding it kind of made me angry. But it was also because I wanted to break it. I wanted to break it so that I wouldn't play the game anymore, because I knew that if I picked that controller up and it was still functional, that nothing would stop me from playing the game. Because that's just who I am, and that wasn't okay. That meant that I had let this go on for far too long, and that wasn't at all okay. You should never get to that point in a video game. And I know it's hard. It's really easy to get frustrated, but it's really hard to come down from that. It's really hard to lose that frustration, to decide that, no, this is okay. And I understand that. But there are methods to try and cope with it. For example, you have to think. You have to think, why is this happening? And not in an angry way. You can't be, why is this happening? Why am I doing so poorly? But what exactly is going wrong, and how can I change that? How can I make it so that this doesn't go wrong anymore? Ooh, looks like it's about to turn into night. So I'm going to go over here. So yeah, you kind of have to think, what can I change to make this better? And until you figure that out, you probably shouldn't play anymore. And maybe playing is what kind of helps you figure it out, but I still think that it's better to kind of take a second, look back, and just think about it for a second. And if you can't figure that out, that's fine. Because another way that you can cope with your anger in a game is just by kind of looking at the games from the point of view of a referee. Sorry, I've kind of lost focus on the roof here. From the point of a referee, where you're not thinking, wow, that was really bad. You're not thinking, wow, that person's playing so much better. You're thinking, wow, this is a good game. What is happening in it? What can be changed in it? And that's what you need to be looking for. You can't be looking at, oh, wow. Oh, no. Oh, no, it is inside. Oh, God, why? Oh, no, why would this happen? Oh, we were having such a good talk. I don't even have my bow on me. Oh, no. Please, no. Please don't do this. Can I do this? Oh, I really probably can't do this. We're going to go for it. Oh. Oh, thank God. Oh, that was so scary. But where was I? Yeah, looking at it from the standpoint of a referee, from kind of being on... Sorry, this thunder... You know what, I'm going to go sleep. I will be right back, and I will continue about this. Sorry about this, guys. We are back. It is now daytime, and the rain is gone. So I'm going to continue where I left off, if I can remember, which was just kind of looking at it with a non-biased point of view, I guess is the way to word that. Just looking at it without feeling strongly towards either player or any player of the game. You're just looking at the game itself and thinking about what's happening, but not thinking poorly of anyone who's making whatever's happening happen. And the other thing that I have started to do is I use headphones when I play now. I kind of shut everything else out. I play some music or some white noise maybe, and I do that to kind of give myself a little more focus and to make it so that I'm not hearing anything else. so that I can focus entirely on the game and not focus on all the bad things about the game, but just focus on what is happening. Sorry, I'm now now I'm thinking about how this roof can't continue that far. It's only going to continue. I'm gonna have to change a lot of stuff, but I'll do that off camera because that's boring. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk to you guys about that, because if a game is making you that mad, then it's not fun anymore. It really just is not fun to play like that. It's awful. It ruins the game for you. It really does, because you're not having fun anymore, and the people you're playing aren't having fun because they're just seeing you get this angry and thinking about how they're causing that and how that's not good. It's not a good feeling to cause someone that. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. Maybe try and help you guys not do what I did a few days ago, and hopefully never do that, because that's just not, it's not fun. So that's where I'm going to leave that, and I will keep working on this roof, and I will be back with you guys in just a little bit. Okay guys, I have put a fair bit of work into the roof over on this side of the house, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I don't know why, but I just think it looks so bad. There's no other real word for it other than bad right now. I mean, I think it would look okay for the side of the house, but this isn't the side of the house, which makes me think that I might actually move the front of the house. Because can you see the front, like the entrance being here, with that beautiful roof right there, and then kind of that in the background, which looks pretty okay from here? That just seems so much better. I think I'm gonna move the entrance, which is a little unfortunate, but worse things have happened. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna try and finish up this roof, and then I will be back. And this episode might actually be a little short. I have not been looking at the times for the recordings that I've been putting out, but even if this episode is short, I have put so much time into this house. This has been a very long-winded project, which I hope to finish up here soon. I really don't want to drag it, like the actual just house design, to 2 episodes. I really just want it to be the one. So hopefully we can get this done tonight. If not, we're gonna have a bit more work to do. So I'm gonna keep tearing this down and moving it, and I'm gonna really try to finish up that roof, because that is the last step, but it is taking so long. So I will be right back as soon as I get that all finished. I have just finished placing in the last few blocks of the roof, and it is now very, very late at night. Oh, that's not the block I wanted to stack with, but you know what? At this point, it does not matter. I just want to try and get a good look from a pretty good ways high up, just to kind of see what I think. And okay, the texturing of the roof definitely looks better from the bottom than from the top, but yeah, I guess getting the top perspective definitely was not as good as I wanted it to be. Man, I really should have used dirt for this pillar. This has taken much longer than I thought it would. But I think I'm pretty happy with it. It definitely took a very long time, so I am probably pretty fried on this project, I would say. I don't really know what looks good anymore. I don't know what looks bad, so let me know down in the comment section what improvements you think I can make on this, so that I can kind of get input from a fresh pair of eyes who haven't been staring at this for several hours on end now. So just let me know what you think down there, and I will try and read all your comments and get working on that, maybe respond and tell you what I think or why I did or didn't do what you said. So yeah, that's what I've got to say about that. But as far as the interior, as I've said before, I want to fill this thing with redstone. All sorts of different redstone contraptions, because I think they're really cool, and that's what I really like to build. As much as I do love building outrageous things like this, it is just far more fun for me to mess around with redstone and see what I can do. And I don't like that those 2 doorways aren't even, so I'm going to do that really quickly. But I think that is all that I have time for this episode. So if you liked this episode, please leave a like, as it helps me out a huge bunch. And if you really liked it, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.